Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called the Sassy. The ingredients you need to make a sassy: you need some gold and silver sprinkles for the rim of the glass, a cup of apple cider, a half a cup of champagne or sparkling white wine, and 2 apple slices for garnish. This is how you're going to make the sassy. You're going to dip the rim of each champagne flute into the water, then dip into sprinkles to coat, pour apple cider about halfway into each champagne glass, top with the champagne, garnish with an apple slice, and enjoy a sassy. It's a nice little Thanksgiving delicious cocktail.
I would just sub out the apple cider for champagne.
You don't like apple cider?
I don't like apple cider or apple juice.
Really?
It smells funny to me.
Do
It
you like
reminds me of
apples?
pee. Yes.
Pea? Wow.
Because it's so yellow. It looks like somebody who doesn't drink water.
It does. It does.
But I do like apples. Like, I don't like peach cobbler, but I like peaches.
Huh. I love both. Oh, my dad makes a really good peach cobbler. I can't wait till the holidays.
I can't relate. I can't wait for the holidays, though. I can't relate to that part. Anyway, welcome back, you guys, to CockTales Dirty Discussions.
Hey, y'all.
What has been going on? I feel like we haven't been in here in that long, but that is a flat out lie.
That is a flat out lie.
We were here last week.
And then I think it's funny when we have to double back and remember what we did. I always have such a hard time remembering. We
started dance rehearsal. That's how we kicked the week off.
And the day after dance rehearsal, I was like, "Why am I so sore? Why am I so sore?" And then I had to remember, we was back there boom catting and shaking it up and getting it popping. But no, I recently booked a new voiceover.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a new series with Dipsy, and so it's a recurring role for a couple of months.
Oh, that's good.
I'm really excited, and it's really cool to work with a company that I kind of started with them from the bottom. When I was at first starting to get booked with Dipsy, I was recording out of my closet. They didn't really have a budget to pay for studio time. They were paying me through PayPal. It was just, they've always been organized, but watching them grow, now they reached out. They were like, hey, we have a character and we're having a really hard time casting for it. And we have new employees here, and we see that you've worked with us a lot. We submit an audition. I was like, yeah, I got y'all. And so it's a whole new series. It's going to be really exciting. And when I got on, they were like, okay, what studio would you like to record at? I said,
okay then. Things have changed.
Things have changed, and y'all got money. I said, well, let me tell you, here's my new rates. But so that was always fun. That was exciting because I kind of I don't want to say I gave up on voiceover, but it is a very difficult job because there's moments when you're booking, making all this money, and then it just stops. And so then
it's like anything that's dependent upon somebody else liking you. Not whether you can do it, but do they like you or not?
Do they like you or not? Are you the person for this? And trying not to take it personal. Well, I'm a Libra and I take it personal. So I had to take a break from the rejection. I think that's why I couldn't be an actress on a camera, because the rejection that actors take, I see why people be getting depressed. I was like, I'm not about to do this. I don't need y'all. Fuck y'all. But I had been recently telling myself, let's get back into voiceover because it is a nice little side hustle and it's fun. And one of my goals is to get on a cartoon. And so to do that, I was like, just jump back in like you never left. And it was cool to come back in and book the first thing I auditioned for. It was just a reminder that you still got it, bitch. Just don't be too hard on yourself. So that's been great. Getting ready for the holidays. I'm going to travel to DC and then go to Pittsburgh to see my grandmother and the rest of my family. For Thanksgiving, yeah. And so I'm really excited about that. My sister's going to come. My sister hasn't seen my grandmother, I want to say, in 10 years.
Why? Work?
Them news people really do not get off work. And so my grandmother hasn't seen the kids. And so it's just going to be a nice little family reunion, break from life, and it's just gonna be exciting.
That does sound exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. What you been up to?
Working, trying to remember what day it is, and keeping everything together in my head without having a mental breakdown every day. But I actually just got back yesterday. I went to DC for homecoming. I had such a great time. I think now I want to be one of those people who goes to homecoming every year. And so I was going to go last year, but because last year was my 10-year anniversary of graduating, and it was canceled. Well, it wasn't canceled. It was canceled in 2020. Last year it was virtual. We are not doing homecoming on Zoom.
I remember, now listen, the Clark people was mad. They was in a group chat in Group Me. Everybody was like, Zoom? Who is going to come?
Same thing. And so we have a group chat too for our class on Group Me, and everybody's like, we have to come. We have to come. Anyway, I went. I saw so many people who I haven't seen since college. There were some people I was speaking to them and I felt bad, but I'm like, who are you? Do you look different, or do I just not remember you, or what? There were a lot of people, and I was embarrassed a little bit because I was happy, but then it's like, once it hits you, when I'm thinking about my classmates from back then, and they're like, oh, I listened to the show. I was actually at the DC show. I was at this show. And then it's like, oh, that's so exciting. And then it's like, the things that I talk about on here, it's crazy. And then some of the young people that were there, I could tell they were young because they still had on their hoe clothes. Like the current students, they were like, oh, can we get some pictures, and talking to me about the show. And I was like, wow, y'all be listening? That's crazy because I'm old. But I also, bless you, I also realized how tired I am, right? So first night I get there is Friday. There is this event called Bison Ball. It's an alumni party, and there's two. So there's the Bison Ball, which is typically like the younger alumni go to that one. It's usually at a club or something like that. And then there's the Old Howard Gala with the more mature people.
People dress up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people dress up at both.
Okay.
I need to be at the Old Howard Gala. First of all, I slept through Bison Ball. I was tired after Yard Fest. Yard Fest is our big concert thing. Glorilla performed. Glorilla performed. Flo Milli, I like her. I love the girl rappers. And Chloe and Halle, but I miss them. But yeah, Glorilla closed it out. And so after that, I went and had dinner. My friends were trying to eat nostalgic food from those takeout places. And I was like, no, I want a real meal. I can't be eating that. It's not good. I took my ass to the hotel and I laid down and I said, I'm just going to lay here for a quick nap.
It was a wrap after that.
I woke up at 3 a.m. These bitches are at the club. Yeah.
Did you meet them there?
No, I rolled back over and went to sleep. I missed the party. It's 3 o'clock. I'm not dressed. I'm not ready at all. I need to shower, redo my makeup. I've been outside all day. I just went to sleep. And the next night, there was Jordan Brand has a partnership with Howard now, and they had a Jordan party. So this guy is like, oh, are you coming? I was like, I ain't got no Jordans. I've never been a Jordan.
This is like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
So you were supposed to wear them to the party. And I was like, well, I'm not going to wear other sneakers, but I'm wearing heels. I missed that shit too. And that was an open bar.
How'd you miss that one?
I went to sleep. It was at nighttime. I was tired. I wasn't even trying to take a nap. At that point, I was like, baby, I'm tired. I'm not even about to play myself. I don't want to be asleep at the club. I want to get my rest. I woke up early and I just started my day. And that's a lot of what happened. And I thought about you because when we had that conversation with Nav about the bill, right? We had a situation like this. So let me tell y'all what happened. We go to brunch.
Men and women?
Yes.
Okay.
So we go to brunch at this place. Cute spot. It's called Kitchen Cray. It's a Black-owned restaurant, brunch spot. I feel like, another opinion, when you're in a large group, I don't think you should come in there thinking that you're going to have a separate check.
Bring cash.
Yeah, that would be appropriate because it's a large party. It's 12 of us. And you know how the restaurants be. First of all, if it tells you that they charge you automatically for gratuity, don't be asking for nothing extra. And yeah, so anyway, long story short, at the end of the brunch, they said that they would not take more than 2 cards for the whole party.
They said at the end.
Yeah. It's a message on the menu that says that.
Somebody was sitting there stressed. Somebody was like, oh.
So, yeah. And so we're leaving to go to the tailgate. And I was getting frustrated because I'm ready to go. I should have done what you did.
And went and paid for your own shit with the waitress?
Yeah, but then it was going to mess everybody up because they would only take 2 cards total.
But sometimes when you go talk to them separately, they'll
Well,
still
I've never
do what
done
you
it.
need
I
them to
should have
do.
did what you did, but let me tell you what I did, and I was mad, and I said, you know what? I was reading the comments. Obviously, my true opinion, I am of the minority. I just have to succeed and go with the majority because I put it on my card, right? And so people were giving me cash, and people were like Zelling, Cash App, Apple Pay, all that. All that's fine. But then when I looked at it, it's as the money is being handled. I wish somebody would have raised their hand when they decided that they didn't want to split it evenly. Because instead of doing that, people were like, oh, well, I only got this. So, but everybody really got around the same amount. So I just was like, this is reminding me of that conversation. I'm about to have to be like Medinah.
Here's what I also don't like about that, and I think we maybe said it on the episode, but okay, if someone does put it all on their card and we all have agreed we're going to send the money, send it now.
Yeah,
why have a
or
few
don't-
days gone by and I'm like, hey, you didn't give me the money, and include the tip, because if you guys don't include the tip, let's say everybody has to pay $100, but that didn't include your tip. You need to send even a little over the tip to thank the person for putting it on their card. Send like 120, 130, because that's not fair. Like,
yeah, and it was like everybody was looking like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But I'm like, okay, well, maybe nobody can put it on their card, or they don't. You know how sometimes it's embarrassing. Even when you have money and the bank is like, bitch, you don't never spend $1,000 at a restaurant. What the fuck? Decline. Nobody wanted to go through that. So I put it on my card. In my mind, I was really thinking, I'm getting points for this. So this
well,
is
you're the
a
only
win-win.
one to offer to put it on your card, though.
And this wasn't
And they was probably waiting for you to offer because
I don't even know everybody there. Like, I was invited to this brunch by one of my friends. So anyway, yeah, I heard a couple people being like, well, I only got this, so I'm just going to give you this. And I'm just like, you know what? I hope you enjoyed it.
That's
Again,
wild.
I know who I will remember not to invite to my dinner excursions, and it wasn't mine. I still got the point, so whatever.
Another thing, because I was reading the comments when we had that conversation with Nav, and some people were like, this conversation is such a broke people conversation. No, the fuck it's not. I pay
because
attention.
you end up in a situation like I just was in,
Yeah,
you know?
it's just about like being, I've been taken advantage of before with shit like that, and whether I got it or not, it's not cool. If I'm
agree.
hanging out with the richest person, if you put your card at first, I am still like, okay, let me send you the money right now. Even if they're like, I got it.
Because it's also easy to forget, to have
Yeah.
an honest forget. So send the money immediately.
Send the money immediately. And even when people have money and they do it, I still want to offer something else, because it's like, I never want people to think I'm just going to assume you got it because you got money. It's rude. It's not a broke conversation. It's actually a responsible conversation, so that we don't find ourselves in situations where you sit here embarrassed.
And I would like to understand how you feel about it again before I even invite you to break bread with me, because I don't like all of that. I was talking to my homegirl Tiffany about it, and she had gone to a birthday dinner and something similar happened, and that was a small group, and she was just like, okay, you know what, you just gotta chalk it up and eat it, but I know who can come with me or not. And I was like, girl, I feel the same way, so we good on going out to eat together. I mean, we always go out to eat anyway, and we are the friends that order a bunch of shit, so it's always a good time when it's just us two and nobody's judging us. What else happened? You know what else? I ran into fine ass David Oliver. That man, that's the man with the save the
With
date.
the eyes?
No, I saw him too.
Oh.
But let's go back to the save the date.
Kiki really made a save the date.
I made
and
a
sent
save the
it.
date as a joke. Medina has mentioned it before. I was playing. We were talking about delusional people. I knew that was not my man, but I just thought it was funny because we didn't know each other, and the pictures we took looked like we had been knowing each other. And I was just trying to get to know him. Anyway, I'm walking down the street and I see him. He was with his wife, I think.
Oh, he got married.
Yeah, he got married to not me, obviously, but he has a wife in real life.
Is she cute? Oh, well. Okay.
Anyway,
I didn't mean to ask that. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It was actually a couple of women. I'm not sure which one was the wife.
Okay.
But anyway, I just had to stare. I couldn't even say anything because I was gonna stumble over my words. I really wanted an updated picture because I was gonna send you another one as a joke. But just gotta say that nigga's still fine.
He's still fine. He
He
kept
looks the
himself
same.
together.
Yeah, he's a coach now. If you went to Howard or you know that name, maybe you like watching track. I don't know who does, but that man is fine, and you know exactly what I mean. Who else did I see? The guy with the eyes.
Yeah, he was fine.
I did see him. And then who else did I see? I saw some friends where we just kind of fell off. Nothing really happened, so it was good to see them. I also saw some more people, and I don't know if they were just like me, where maybe they worked a lot at school or had internships, or just, I don't know where the fuck they were back then, but I'm trying to figure out where they are now, because I was like, hello, who are you? Yeah, some people grew up and they aged very well. And I just would like to say shout out to all the alumni because everybody was looking good. It was a good time.
When you said it's interesting how people like that went to school with you listen to the show whether you know them or not.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was funny because I had a call from a friend of mine that I went to Clark with, and he was like, somebody from your team had reached out to me about working with y'all. And I was like, huh. I was like, well, what's the name of your company? And I think he said it's called QuickLick. And it's some sort of, I didn't know.
I remember that.
And I remember Vanessa had said it was somebody who, but she never said the name and I didn't know. Yeah. And so I was like, I wonder who it is. And the guy who it was, I was like, wow, his name was Michael. I was like, well, I can't, he lives in LA now, has a whole lot of other companies. He was like, if you guys ever come to the West Coast and do a show, I would love to support in any way that I can. Like, I was like, I didn't even know it was your company. That's amazing. He's like, yeah, I've been listening to the show. He was like, y'all is wow. And I was like, well, you know. And he was like, it's crazy because Medinah, he was like, some of y'all might not believe this, but he was like, I always loved that in school, everybody wanted to talk to you, but you weren't like fucking on everybody. Nobody ever knew what you were doing. I was fucking with the old niggas, like they wasn't in school. And he was like, I always just really appreciated that about you, that everybody wanted to smash, but you ain't let nobody smash. And he said, look at you now. I was like, yeah, just smashing all that. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, but talking about smashing. And
That's funny.
It was funny. It was funny. That's dope.
I met several people. Well, not met them. I knew them already. But people were really drunk by the time I made it to campus and by the time I made it to the party where everybody is like more relaxed and it's not so loud. You can actually have a conversation. The amount of niggas who were like, we were supposed to be married by now. I wanted to fight on the way back because I'm like, where were you at? We were supposed to be married. It's not even like we ever dated. When were you going to speak up? You could have saved me from the streets. Why am I out here?
And are you married now? Telling me
what is going on? Please send me a message. Let's fix this.
Let's fix it.
It's not too late. But I was really surprised by that. Yeah. That was upsetting. I'm still upset about it now that I think about it.
I would be upset about it too because I feel like this is how I
What you mean? We're supposed to be married.
But were some of the people saying that? Were they already married?
No, nobody was married already.
Okay.
They're single. So it's like, okay, you had to wait till you got drunk to shoot your shot, which is A-okay because I feel the same way sometimes. I get it, but when are you going to follow up?
When?
Yeah, it's
And do you live in Atlanta? Where are you at?
All
it don't
the
even
place.
matter.
Another one of my classmates, we cheered together too. She married someone who also went to school with us, and they have a wine company. It was actually a few people from school that started a wine company, and they want to send us
I would love
I forget
that.
the name of it, but when they send it, we'll tell y'all what it is.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I love me a little wine.
I do too, but today it's water and ginger beer. I need a bit.
I needed a little break. I feel like this week alone, and it's only Tuesday. I went to Tampa. I forgot. I had a girls' trip to Tampa with a couple of my girlfriends from Temptation Island. The single girls, we all became friends and weren't supposed to. The producers hated it, but we became really good friends. So we plan a girls' trip every year. And this year we did Tampa. No shade to Sam because she lives there. She bought her house there. But I was like, why the fuck are we going to Tampa? The reason why we were going to Tampa was because a lot of people were, trying to be financially responsible and didn't want to be paying for hotels. And everybody was just, well, not everybody, but some people needed to save some money. So I was like, well, why don't we just go support Sam's new house? We could stay with Sam. It'll be like the old times where we were squunched in a house together, cooking for each other, having girls' night, crying. And so everyone was like, yeah. Well, while we switched the trip for everyone, half of the people that the trip needed to be switched for, they didn't come. That conversation is similar to the conversation about splitting the bill. Because be honest,
yeah,
you knew at a certain point. We did this to
accommodate you.
Yeah, we did this to accommodate you. I didn't want to go to Tampa. We ended up having a really great time in Tampa. Shout out to all the people in Tampa because I was shitting on Tampa. And it's actually a fun little city. Very cute restaurants. We went out. And we had a really good time. We stayed with my friend Sam. She just purchased a home. And so we got to go and support her and see the beautiful city of Tampa. It was fun. But I
have never been to Tampa.
It's very like college town.
I heard there's a lot of strip clubs there.
We didn't go to any because they wanted to go, but I was like, you guys, everybody talking about getting 21s. I was like, I'm from Atlanta. Like, we don't go to the strip club with 21s. We need some niggas. Where are the niggas at? Like, because I'm also not spending my money. And so, but we went. It was a good time to catch up with my girlfriends. Out of the 8 people that were supposed to go, 3 of us went. And we had a good
That's
time
how it goes.
catching up, and just sometimes you do need that quality girl time, a good cry. There were a few arguments. But it was dope. It was fun. But before we move on, speaking of classmates and college family members and stuff like that, there was a young lady that was one of our DC sponsors, and she went to Clark with me. She has a company called Command Beauty Studio. And you guys can go to Command, that's COMMAND beauty.com. They have 20% brow lamination and permanent makeup services with code CockTales. COCKTALES. Go get them brows laminated if you're not ready to get it microbladed. Command Beauty offers a wide range of beauty and wellness services: brows, lashes, skincare, teeth whitening, skincare treatments, makeup, and more. To book, visit their website, commandbeauty.com. And they are located at 8039 Ritchie Highway, Unit A, Pasadena, Maryland. Check them out. I went to school with her, and her brows be looking good.
I like the way brow lamination looks. I do have microblading, but I was thinking about getting the lamination too.
Is the brow lamination like when they darken it? But
no, that's basically they perm your eyelashes. Like they relax them so they become straight. And so it makes your brows look fuller because the hairs are all going up straight.
Oh, I might want to try that. Huh.
Yeah.
Ladies, try it out.
I love me finding out about all the treatments. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, one more thing about what's going on in life. So my mom has decided to throw me a birthday party, y'all. Today is October 25th. My birthday was September 13th. The party is on November 6th.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, so she decides to throw me a birthday party, and I'm going to have to tell y'all about it after it comes out, after we have it, but I was just like, what? So basically, she had the idea that we should all go to medieval times because I have made such a fuss about it, and I've never been. And she swears that she took me on her and Martin's wedding anniversary one year. And I was like, you have too many kids. I was literally in college. I was not there. You took Madison and Joseph, the youngest 2. I want to go. I wanted to go. I was like, that was a dream when I was 12, not 30.
I feel like you're going to have so much fun,
But it is going to be fun. Everybody has agreed to dress up. So now I'm super into it. We have ordered costumes on Amazon, and we are dressing up. I didn't realize that they announce you when you come out. So I'm writing the thing. Because my mom was like, well, hold on. Y'all are buying princess costumes and shit. And I did not get the royal package. So you need to be looking up what the peasants get.
There's a peasant package?
Well, it's just regular, but that's the peasants. And then there's a royalty one. And then there's a royalty birthday celebration. And then there's the queen's VIP royals. So you know I wanted the queen's, but Martin was like, you need to relax.
What do you get with the queen?
We get better seats.
Oh. That sounds like fun. So y'all basically so there's King's Landing and then the little people outside the gates. Y'all the people outside the gates.
Well, no, Martin. Oh, that's what I didn't say. So Martin upgraded the package. So we're royals now. So we get announced when we walk in. And we get a flag and stuff. And I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Now we done got an elevated experience. I'm with it.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I love me a Game of Thrones experience.
I ordered me a wig.
I've been into wigs lately, if y'all can't tell. I got another little short black one. I feel like a rapper.
They are fun, especially on, rough hair days.
Yeah, I had to put a hat on, though, because I still don't understand how people with the wigs be fixing the stuff. Like, it looks real wiggy
like the
up
edges?
Here. The edges and the little wig part that looks wiggy.
Oh.
So we're going to see how this works
I like
in
to
the
pair
future.
mine with a hat too.
Yeah, it looks good with the hat. I also want to remind everybody, I am going to South Africa for New Year's Eve in this bitch. We won't be talking like that, but we are going to be there from December 28th to January 9th, and it is going to be a hell of a time. That is a great way to bring in the new year with me and some yoga friends and some little turn-ups. We're going to 3 different cities, starting with Johannesburg, going to Pilanesberg, then ending it in Cape Town. If you've ever wanted to travel and your friends don't be traveling with you, grab your bae or just your passport and meet us there. Go to paradiseandvibe.com. We would love to have you. And if you can't save a spot, well, then just join the email list so that you can come to next year's trip.
Okay, and I would like to remind you guys the holidays are right around the corner. I do still have copies of Klassy Baste available. So if you'd like a physical copy, if you want the digital download, they're all on the website. The physical copies are on sale because it's holiday season. You don't need a promo code. You'll just see it reflected on the website. And then also, if you just want one or two recipes, I do have some individual recipes available for download. So go to www.klassybaste.com. That's KLASSYBASTE.com.
And as always, join Patreon. Patreon is a way to support your content. Why am I talking like this? The wig.
You're tired.
I am tired. It's to support your content creators. Go to patreon.com/CockTales if you appreciate Kiki and I support. There's several different tiers. We do a live every month. That is fun. It's a great way to get to know us, and we get to know you guys. So join patreon.com/CockTales.
You can also get your merch. We have t-shirts available, and you can order I'm Curious to Know on the website, I'mCuriousToKnow.com. I believe when you guys hear this, we're going to be getting ready to ship out the orders. We're still waiting on them from the production company when we're reading this, but you'll get an email once you purchase. If you pre-ordered or you're just now ordering, you'll get an email with a tracking number and everything. I am happy that you guys have been buying it.
Amazing.
It warms my heart.
The games are going like hotcakes. And it's amazing. I can't wait till we do a new deck.
Yeah, we've got to start working on that like ASAP. Also, if you didn't already, tonight is the live show in Huntsville, Alabama at Stand Up Live. So if you just click the link in the description or go to Stand Up Live's website, you can buy your ticket to come to the show. If for whatever reason it's closed online, you can probably buy them at the door at the box office. Just get there a little bit early, and then you can also click the link because we will be in Houston, Texas, December 10th. Now, everything, as of the date we're recording this, everything has sold out for Houston except for like the last few rows.
That's crazy.
So for real, don't wait. I don't know what people be waiting on.
I don't know. Maybe they waiting for their friends to pay them back because they took the tab at dinner.
Probably so. Don't bring them. Well, you can still bring them, and we'll tell them. Raise your hand during advice.
If somebody owe you money and they're in here, because listen, the theme at the Houston show is the Players Ball. So it's going to be a lot of pimps in the building.
Pimps and hoes. So we want y'all to dress up.
Please dress up.
Yeah, put on your best fit. We're going to be dressed up. I know my friends have been sending me ideas. We've got a group chat going. Everybody's like saying like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that?
And go all out with your costumes. Men, wear the permed wigs. Wear the pimp hats. Get a fake grill. A cane. Some gaitered boots.
Yeah, you can get all of that. You can probably go to like somewhere like Salvation Army or something too and find a lot of stuff for those outfits.
Spirit Halloween, I recently went into Spirit Halloween to get some props for the photo shoot, and they surprisingly have a whole pimp section with the chains with the money sign and the fake gold link chains and canes. And so you guys start early. Don't wait until the last minute. You don't want your costume looking janky.
Yeah, and it's only going to be scraps left after Halloween at those types of stores.
Yeah.
So good luck to you. Vintage shops are a good place to go. And also, if you need inspiration, specifically for the hoes, Lil' Kim is a great example. Ooh. Look up Lil' Kim in the 90s and the early 2000s. She has so many iconic outfits. I think that might be where I take some inspiration from my whole outfit. I want to be a little bit of pimp and a little bit of hoe.
I feel you. That's the perfect combination of human. If you guys are interested in sponsoring any of our live shows coming up, hey, look, send us an email. This is a great way to get your company, your business out there. The episodes never delete. We do include in-show ads with some of our packaging, but you get live show shout-outs, ads. It's a really great way to just grow your business, even if you haven't really, you don't know how to grow, and maybe you don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, or you don't have a lot of people purchasing. You don't know where to start. Start here.
Yeah, this is a great place to start. I just wanted to make a comment about last week's episode too, or a couple of weeks ago.
Sassy niggas.
The way that people were in an uproar about, well, how is PR a sassy nigga job? You know good and goddamn well that the publicists be a little sassy.
Yeah.
Whether it's a man or a woman, they gonna be sassy. You gotta have to.
And whoever said that, were they sassy niggas?
I don't know them.
Oh, yeah, they must have been.
I didn't even bother to go. But they worked in PR, I guess. And so I was like, they were like, how does working in PR make you sassy? Working in PR does not make you sassy. You were sassy and you decided that this is a good fit. and I get it.
And also, it's not like it was a negative thing. You just a sassy nigga. It makes for great content. There's a few sassy niggas. PR, HR is a sassy nigga job.
I think sassy. Restaurant managers.
Sassy nigga.
Mm-hmm.
What's another
stylist?
Sassy? Stylist is a hair stylist is a ultimate sassy nigga.
Clothes, makeup. What else?
It's not a bad thing. It's funny, but it ain't bad.
A lot of salespeople. Yeah. Sorry, the hit dogs were hollering, but I'm just saying that's what that man does for a living.
Yeah. Somebody asked me what were shears. I said, well, you're not a sassy nigga. I said, that lady, she did like this. You gotta put two and two together, baby.
We were talking about cutting flowers.
Right.
Like, come on now, y'all.
That was a funny
Somebody
episode.
asked if I be high all the time. Were you high when you asked that question?
Was you? I got high in Tampa, and I was like, why do I keep doing this to myself? I ate an edible, and it was lights out. I was so goofy, cracking all the jokes. I called the nigga that I've been dealing with, and I was like, have a great life. And like, don't talk to me no more. And it was
Why did
really,
you do that?
Because he was at homecoming, and and I don't be playing about homecoming and texting patterns because I be feeling like niggas be cheating at homecoming.
Let's talk about that in a second. We're gonna go ahead and move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, y'all, this is a sad story because I can't believe that somebody really did this to somebody. A few of you guys sent this story in to me, and I really appreciate it. I'm just going to read it straight from Instagram. If it decides to work. I had it pulled up. It went away. Okay, so there's a story floating around online about this janitor. So listen, a married mother of 2 daughters says she was infected with an incurable STD after a janitor tainted her water bottles at the office. This guy, Lucio Diaz, I feel like I've done a story similar to this, so it's crazy that this is happening again. Lucio Diaz, who is 50, has been charged with indecent assault and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Both charges are related to the same victim.
That's crazy.
In August, she noticed a foul smell in the employee water dispenser at the doctor's office on the East Freeway where she works. Afterwards, she vowed to drink only from water bottles that she brought to work. Then, in late September, she thought her own water bottle had been tainted with urine. Court records show a urinalysis confirmed it, but it was the spy camera she brought that left no questions. She shared only a still image of the video, but allowed the news to watch it in its entirety. He pulled out his penis and put his penis in her water bottle, basically rinses his penis in the water. And in that, he has an incurable STD and it ended up in the water bottle. And she got infected. But I'm trying to figure out, like,
what was the
when
STD?
I don't know. Probably herpes is what I would guess.
You can get it through
I don't
pee?
think you can get it. Well, it's in the water bottle. I'm trying to figure out how she got it. I don't really understand that. Because if you
drank
saw
it?
it and you thought it
Well, it
looked
seems
like
she
pee.
had been drinking it for what could have been weeks on end because she did all this stuff to catch it. She knew something was wrong.
Yeah, she knew something. That's awful.
I want off with your head because I want you dead. That's crazy to me. And why was he pinpointing her?
I don't know. She must have didn't hold the door open or something or said something. I don't know.
You know,
I wonder, or maybe it was just random. There might not be a reason. I mean, people target people and commit crimes against them for no reason.
Mm-hmm. But then sometimes, not that there's a reason to piss in somebody's water bottle. That's crazy.
Absolutely not.
I just like to remind people, sometimes you never know, what is somebody's last straw and how crazy they are. And you need to handle things with, not this young lady. That's sad. That is sad. I'm just putting the message out there. You just never know when somebody's on their last straw. And a lot of people have been on their last straws lately.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my parking deck the other day, and I sometimes when you pull in, if there's no parking spots, you still got to pay to get out. So I was like, let me walk in really quick for my guests to see if there's a spot in here, and if there is, I'm gonna stand in the spot. So I did that. There was a spot. I was like, okay, cool. So I go and I stand in the spot, and I was waving to him to like come
on.
and park. Well, somebody else saw me waving, and they came and tried to take the spot. Now,
how did this go?
this is how it went, because I'm not no punk, but I'm also not like a confrontational person. And so the lady pulled up, and she was like, I'm about to park here. And I was like, ma'am, no, you're not. With a smile on my face. And she rolled her window down. She said, well, why are you saving a parking spot? I was like, well, because
somebody got to park. What the fuck you mean? Why?
I didn't have that response, even though I wanted to, because again, she was.
But that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, ma'am, you saw me waving and you knew I wasn't waving to you. I didn't say that, but she was like, I was sitting here like, we could sit here in my head. I was like, we could sit here and argue, but then I was like, what if she's on her last straw and she just runs me over because I'm out of a car and she's in a car.
You just standing there, or she pulls out a gun or something.
Sis was real attitudinal. She was like, well, you're not really supposed to be doing that. And I said, well, I don't want any problems. And we stood there and we looked at each other. And she
stared at each other?
And she drove away. And I was like, ooh, that's a great way to end things. I was like, because I didn't know what else to say. I was like, I don't want us to have any problems. And she was like, I guess I don't need. Go park your car somewhere else, man.
Yeah, you snooze, you lose. You didn't make it in time.
Yeah, like, bye. This isn't an argument. You lost. You lose. I win. I am Nicki Minaj. But yeah, y'all don't know people on their last straws. Handle altercations in a calm, cool, and collective way, or somebody might piss in your water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I would be pissed.
Yeah, you would. Pissed and full of piss.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? That was really fucked up. I really want to know how she got the STD, though. That is really baffling me. And I tried to do a few Googles. I didn't find anything yet. I'll update you guys if I ever find the answer, because, like...
And he probably went to jail. She probably can't even sue
He's
that
been
nigga for
arrested.
nothing.
It just happened last month. So he's been arrested and charged. So I don't know what the update is.
Have you ever felt so moved by something you needed to figure something out that you set up a camera to spy on somebody?
No.
I haven't either. I've always, like... There's been times when I wanted to do it, but then I just didn't, because I was like, what? Like,
I've never... Well, that's it for Weird Sex. If you guys have a story that you would like us to read on the show, send it to Kiki at CockTalesPod.com.
Sexy chat with your person is delicious, but it can be really intimidating. You know, we have safety and privacy concerns, whether we want to talk about it or not, coupled with the fear that they won't even like what you share, or just having difficulty coming up with sexy ideas. And maybe you need a little help to kind of kickstart the sexy fun with bae. Amorous is the perfect place, with games and chat to get heated together. Our sponsor, Amorous, helps couples flirt, uncovers shared desires, and explores sexy conversations together. Amorous is a private, safe space for the romance, intimacy, and deliciousness you desire. Our sponsor, Amorous, helps couples flirt, uncovers shared desires, and explores sexy conversations together. Amorous is a private, safe space for the romance, intimacy, and deliciousness you desire. On Amorous, you can spice up your relationship and explore fantasy in complete privacy. Let Amorous's games start sexy new conversations and uncover mutual desire. Or just send a photo to your boo as a puzzle that they need to solve before the pic is revealed. I'm doing it as soon as we finish recording. From screenshot notifications to emoji responses, just for spicy conversations, Amorous is designed explicitly for your potentially explicit play. Amorous, AMORUS, is free in the App Store, with subscriptions launching soon. Install the app and invite your flame to connect and play. Check it out at www.amorous.net/CockTales, or in the App Store. Link is in the episode description. That's www.amorous.net/CockTales. And now we'll get back to the show.
Now let's talk about, did you, Homecoming really quick, let's revisit it. Did you go on
I love talking about Homecoming. I had a really good time.
You got your little Howard University
I did. I
sweater
had to come
on.
back with it.
I love it. Did you go on any homecoming dates while you were there?
No, I didn't.
Any hookups?
No. And you know what's funny? I was like, y'all are getting too comfortable. Somebody was like, so are you going to be making any cocktails? This was a nigga. Are you going to be making any cocktails? I said, what? Like, no. Why would you ask me that? Are you trying to get me to make a cocktail with you? I wouldn't. But no.
That is weird.
That is weird. Why would you say that? But no cocktails. I mean, I did reconnect with some friends. I told you lots of people want to marry me, apparently. So I'm going to see what's going on. So somebody wants to take me on a date.
Oh.
Never mind. I don't want to talk about that right now.
She don't do that.
Because it hasn't happened. I want to talk about it after it happens.
Okay. Just in case he listens or just in case it don't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know he going to listen. I just thought about that. Everybody wants to listen now, and I wish I would stop.
You know, I wish everybody would stop too. It's like at first nobody wanted to listen. Now all y'all niggas want to listen. And I'm
Okay.
like, why do you
This is
wanna
for the
listen?
girls. I'm just
Yeah.
playing this for everybody, but
It is for everybody. And I just be wondering, like, did my nigga go and binge listen? I've been dating somebody, y'all, and I really like him. And he was at homecoming, and I was like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I got trust issues with niggas. I do, because the way that a lot of my relationships have ended and the way the niggas be lying, and 6'8" Bay really just like, he did something to my soul. But I express that. I have trust issues. So when the texting patterns start getting weird in certain situations on certain Wednesdays and weekends, I'm feeling some type of way.
not Wednesdays and the weekends. Damn.
So I was out of town. He wanted me to go to the Morehouse Spelman homecoming stuff with him, but I couldn't because I was out of town. So I was like, I just want to put this out there. Like, let's not have no weird shit going on. Like, let's not be picking up phones. And I'm not trying to sound like his mama. Again, I'm just letting you know we gonna have some issues. Let's not let the texting patterns change. And I was very nervous about homecoming. And he was like, people don't be cheating at homecoming. That's not, but that is what the fuck. You get around old flings, shit gets rekindled. I've been to homecoming before. You see people that used to like you. You see people that now look good that you never really.
That was literally everything I said in the beginning of the episode. I seen some niggas that was looking good. I see some people. It's like, okay, well, let's exchange info.
Everybody getting drunk, high.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas.
People were on drugs, like real drugs. And I was like, I didn't even know y'all did that.
Yeah, you be like, black people are doing this?
Y'all doing shrooms and popping pills and stuff. Then they're like, you want to try it? Hell no, that was all y'all.
Like, yes. But it's fun. It's fun. And like, I was just like, you know, I need them texting patterns to remain the same. Now,
did they?
We had a night where I did hit him with the have a good life. But what happened was he ate 2 edibles.
Oh, hell no.
He went back. He was like, I just laid down to take a nap. And he was like, it was lights out after that. And here I am with my insecurities. I'm like, nigga, you are lying. I know you probably met up with somebody named Natasha.
You said all this?
I did. I be getting crazy.
I bet you did. I've seen her in action where she starts going down the rabbit hole. How did you create this, though?
I don't know.
You didn't ever think... Okay, because this is what also happens sometimes. And by no means am I taking up for niggas, because y'all know I don't do that. But sometimes, especially at a homecoming, it's all these people in one concentrated space, so the phones don't be working.
Mm-hmm.
Like the text messages aren't coming through, because you'll call somebody who you're trying to meet. You know they're on the yard. You can't find them. The calls aren't going through. You didn't think about that?
No, because it was 11 p.m.
Oh.
So he was supposed to go.
I tried.
He was supposed to go to a party. He said he fell asleep. I prayed about it and thought about it. I was like, okay, well, when I do it, I was like, now when I do it to you.
Now, wait a minute. So he was supposed to be at a party. Why were you texting him and you knew he was going to be at a party?
Well,
he can't party?
He can party. Like, he went to go. We were talking on the phone. I was at dinner, and he was like, I'm about to go to the hotel and, get ready. He ended up laying down for a moment, and then I didn't hear.
So you never got to talk to him?
Yeah, until like 4 a.m. And so I was like, I told you I got trust issues. I was tweaking. I was like, this is like, when you decide to date somebody exclusively, it's just very scary. Because
that's what y'all are doing. Because the way she been talking about it, did y'all catch that?
It's just scary. And I keep saying, I don't want nobody to make me look like a fool again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Or even just feel that hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's some bullshit.
It's some bullshit. And when I fall in love or really like dedicate myself to somebody, I go in all the way. It's not like we just play. And then it's like if something goes wrong, I'm depressed. I'm not like just kind of sad. And you know how some people are like, when I'm in pain, I work harder. No, I don't. Oh. I'll be looking sickly and sad.
What?
So don't play with me. And that's what I told him when we ended the conversation. And there's that.
Well, I didn't see anybody cheating, but niggas were acting up.
Niggas was acting up. And bitches be acting up.
And then it was funny, like, I know some people who are like coupled. So we're all there, and niggas was acting up. And that's even more frustrating because it's like, nigga, I'm here. Why are you acting different? Why are you being weird now?
Right. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's something, child.
Even it's something, child. It's like somebody's granny.
That's how I feel. It's about to be Thanksgiving. I'm ready to start whipping up stuff in the kitchen. I'm getting into my persona for Thanksgiving. I like to be in there like an auntie with my hand on my hip.
I love
my
that.
apron. I'm gonna have my hat.
I love that.
I'm ready. I need to get me some. Where'd you get those shoes you wore to the Chicago show? No, I need some shoes like that to click like
my little shoes. My little Harriet Tubman shoes. I can't believe that I was looking like Harriet Tubman. When I was looking at all of the pictures, I was like, why did I wear this outfit? This was not burlesque. This was leader of the Runaway Slave Committee. It looked bad. I didn't like none of my pictures. And sorry to that photographer that took them because they were bad.
I was just more concerned. Why did you already have those shoes?
Because
she didn't buy it for the costume. She said, I'm going to wear something I already got. I was like, okay, cool. And then when I saw, I'm like, me and Thomas were having a field day. Because we were like, maybe, Thomas said, maybe you could get a sponsorship from 9 West. I said, or Easy Spirit.
If you guys want to see what these shoes look like, just go look at one of the pictures if we posted any of them from the Chicago show and zoom in on my little buckle shoes. They was little leprechaun buckle shoes.
But your feet didn't hurt and mine did.
Ooh, mine did not hurt. That was the first time we did a live show and my feet were not in excruciating pain.
I couldn't breathe. The shoes was heavy. They hurt. I chipped my toenail. When I wore them. I had just got a pedicure.
When you get pedicures, do you get gel polish or regular polish?
Gel polish.
I just got gel polish for the first time last week, and I actually do appreciate it.
Yeah, it's better.
It is.
Because it don't be chipping like the other stuff.
I just don't like when they put that little light on my toes.
Why?
Because you never had them put the light on your toes and it gets really hot, like little ovens. And I'm like, this is surely giving me some sort of cancer. Like, that's what I be feeling.
Definitely it's giving you something. Not on my toes, but on my hands, yes.
Yeah.
Especially with the Gel X nails. And I'm doing a lot of talking with my hands like they need to be seen because they don't. Because who came back to town with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nails and 10 fingers is me. I don't know what happened the last time I got my nails done. They started off really cute. Here's 3 that look good.
They are very cute.
Thank you. But I was gluing my emergency nails on, but I was late today, so I didn't get to put the green cover. And yeah, I'm about to just do my own damn nails because that shit does hurt and it be making my legs shake.
Yeah, it's like, what I'm trying to hold on for beauty. I'll really be scared. But speaking of beauty and nails, I think for the Alabama show, I really want to have like a very ratchet look. I think I'm gonna do a wig and like long bright nails with something crazy. Maybe glitter on my eyelids with some crazy big glitter. I got that from next Friday. You know when what's his name? What's the cousin's name?
I forget.
Day.
Oh.
He's like, baby, do you know all the cupcakes going out there? You got in glitter. You know what I'm talking about?
Did you have an edible today?
No, I didn't. It feels like I did, though. I think it's still from the weekend.
My mama said we should do Alien Superstar as a theme because, NASA is there.
That would be very cute.
So I think if I can find a cute silver ensemble.
That would actually be very cute. If Alabama buys their tickets
today. I hope you got something. We'll post about it on social media.
We'll
hopefully, y'all should be following us and turn your post notifications on because that's the best way for us to get out the info. But yeah, I think I might do that.
So even though we're well past Halloween, we are obviously both recording.
Is that your favorite holiday?
It's not, but it's just so much fun.
Okay.
And this year for Halloween, one of my girlfriends hit me up and was like, hey, she invited me to something on a Friday, a Halloween party. She was like, come, it's going to be a lot of fun. Or, Saturday, we're also going to do something. So I was like, okay, I'm going to come to both. I was like, well, Friday, I'm going to come to, the party is hosted by somebody called Light Skin Somebody. I can't remember.
Light Skin Keisha?
Light Skin Tori. It's a man or something. She's like, everybody knows him. I was like, I don't know him, but I'll come to the party. I was like, I'm bringing my nigga. And she was like, oh, this one of them parties where you can't bring your nigga. I was like, oh, y'all about to be thotty. I wanted to still go, but she was like, you can't bring him. And I was like, okay, well, she was like, just come with us on Saturday to Trapeze. They're having a Halloween party. Mm-hmm. So, bitch, we going to Trapeze for Halloween. He's going to be Hugh Hefner. I'm going to be a classic bunny. And the only reason why I picked that is because I got my titties and I want to just be something with titties.
Right.
And so we're doing that, and him and I have like, I've been to the sex club before a few times, not a lot. I think that sometimes people assume that I'm going to be very comfortable and lead the way in a sex club. My friend that invited me acts like that, and then now,
why do they think you're gonna do that?
Is thinking like that. I think it's just because we host a sex show. We host and talk about not just sex, but dating and relationships, y'all. I think y'all forget about that. I'd be nervous in the sex club. Ask Kiki. When we went to Trapeze that one time and they said, you gotta get naked when you come in here, Kiara jumped out of her drawers so quickly. And I was like, I don't want to be naked back there. Can I keep my clothes on? And the only reason why they let me keep my clothes on is because they ran out of towels. I'd be scared.
Well, I had to get naked because it couldn't be the both of us, and we had to come back and tell y'all about it. So it's just like, I gotta take my clothes off. Somebody gotta do it. All right, I'm gonna take one for the team, and I'm gonna do it.
Bitch, I was back there scared, and I have that feeling every time I go to a sex club. And so with New Bay, I don't want to, go into it. He's never been to one at all. He's not even really into stuff like that. But I was like, do you want to go, though? He was like, I'm kind of interested. Like, yeah, let's go.
What's it gonna be like?
You're
about to turn this man out.
He's like, I'm just going to follow your lead. I was like, no, it's not a follow lead. Because
you still the nigga. Like, you go first.
You go first. And he was like, but it's not going to be, like, disrespectful. I was like, I mean, people are pretty respectful. You still never know what's going to happen. People drink and, it is a sex club.
And if people are disrespectful, you can get them put out immediately. Yeah, they don't play about that.
They don't. And he was like, well, is it dirty? And I was like, well, he was asking all these questions. So I was like, there are some of the rooms do smell like just stinking booty fish.
But people be in there fucking.
He was like, well, who's cleaning up? And I was like, now
they have a staff.
They have a staff, but now that I think about it, I just saw spray bottles and wipes.
Well, yeah, it was like rubbing alcohol.
And niggas was really busting walls down. And so I was like...
on everything.
On everything. On the pool table. You remember the threesome that was going on the pool table?
Yeah, and that one looked very violent. And then we came back out and the lady was like in the obstetrician chair, the gynecologist chair. And I was like, wow. She's a soldier because this is a lot of ramming going on in lots of different holes. I feel like I don't know if she had on one of them strappy bras or if they had just tied the lady up. I don't know. It was a lot.
And so we were going over boundaries, and I've never really had this type of discussion because, again, when I've gone to the sex club, it was me going with friends.
Right.
I've never been the person to bring my person with
now
you.
You got to do a real adult conversation. So how did that go?
What are you okay with and what are you not okay with? I was like, because my experience of sex clubs is niggas and women come up to me and just say what the fuck they want to do. And it's not like, I've never been there with a man before, so I don't know how that's going to go. So we need to go over our boundaries. He's like, no, we don't. I was like, no, yes, we do.
Yes, the fuck we do.
Because I don't even know how you about to be in there behaving. And so it's like, let's talk about what's okay. I was like, well, if you don't have your boundaries yet, think about them and come back to me. But here's mine. If anybody comes up to you and wants to do anything, you need to, guide them over to me, and they need to ask my permission to do anything with you.
I know that's fucking right.
And then that's how we'll handle that. Like anything, even if she just wants to talk, you need to say, if you want to talk to me, you got to go ask my girl. And if you're not okay with that, we don't need to go to the party because I'm really not playing. And he was like, okay, I think that's a good rule. I was like, okay, that's a good rule. Also, there's going to be no exchanging of phone numbers. And also, there's no penetration here. Like, I don't want to fuck a man and you not about to fuck nobody. Maybe a little head. We just gonna play. I'm scared. I'm actually a little scared. I'm actually scared. And I was like, I just don't appreciate you think that because I host a sex show that I'm not nervous to go up in there. No, nigga, I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I feel you on that. I'm not bringing my niggas to no sex club because I be goddamn, we gonna be in there fighting, and I am not a fighter. I already lost 3 nails, bitch. What is it to lose another?
Butt naked.
Okay, I don't have no titties, so ain't nothing gonna be swinging. Come on, bitch, run up if you want to, but we're not playing. You know how long it took me to lock this man down, and you think you about to hop on him? You're not even getting head. All you can do, sir, is watch.
Right. And
that's it. Hands off.
Use this as like we tiptoe into this. Like, let's just agree to we're just gonna watch. Like, if we start doing something cool, but like also maybe not, because then everybody gonna start looking and watching and wanting to join in.
And if you're feeling a little nervous, it might be harder for you to make somebody back up because the people, once they see a good show going on, they want to join. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm not bringing my
It'll be great content though. I will report back and let you know how it goes.
I can't wait to hear about this. Am I watching any new shows? Yes.
What you watching?
Well, is it new? I started The Watcher. That's a show, not a movie, right?
It's a show. How do you feel? I started it, but I can't finish it by myself because I'm scared.
For real?
You don't think it's
Okay, I was
scary?
literally about to say, I don't know if this is a horror show or a comedy because some of the shit is just goofy and it's like, who the fuck is scared of this? And then I was like, is it supposed to be like geared towards families so the families can watch the show together and that's why it's not that scary? But then it's like the tone of the music, it's confusing. And the daddy looks like a white Barack Obama to me.
The daddy is so fine to me.
I agree.
He looks like the man off of Everybody Loves Raymond, the brother, the police officer brother, but he looks like a finer version. And I don't think that's him because he's not as tall as him, but he's fine.
And he's very brown.
He is very brown. Is
I
he
like that.
Italian?
I don't know. Somebody in his family is probably black and they just lied.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that. Like, I know who this man is. Like, he ain't actually said that it actually is what it is. But, that one, I just finished The Sinner. The new season of that was really good, interesting storyline this time because the last one was not it. And I need to finish The House of the Dragon.
I need to finish House of Dragons too, and I absolutely, so far, I love it. When people say that they can't get into Game of Thrones or House of Dragons, I'm just like, how can you not get into this? It's love, it's sex, it's drama, it's deceit, it's action, it's passion.
It's so much. For me, with Game of Thrones, when I first tried to watch it, I turned it off. I felt like I was having to go Google because I didn't understand what was going on, all of like the rules and stuff, and it was throwing me off all these family relationships, and they marrying, and the incest was throwing me off because I was like, clearly I fell asleep and forgot something. So when I did my faux locks a couple years ago, I said, well, this is perfect time to start Game of Thrones because this is going to be a weekend project. And then I got into it. It was so good. And
so good.
House of Dragons, I love the story. It's crazy.
It's crazy, and I think it's so funny how Rhaenyra, how she is really like going to her grave with the fact that them babies is hers and they ain't. I'm just like, sis is like, these is my babies. They got brown hair and they
When
don't
I
got...
first saw the babies, I was like, whose kids are these?
But did you see how Allison, she was really trying I forget the husband's name. She looked at the little baby's hair. She was like, one day they'll look like you. Ma'am, mind your business, Allison, because you weren't even supposed to be here. Allison gets on my nerves.
I can't stand her. You were my friend, and now you
take my
fucking on my
daddy.
daddy. And now you gave me these siblings that I don't fuck with, that don't fuck with me. They all look funny looking. And now you trying to take my kingdom from me?
But when the babies was fighting each other, they were in a vicious fight.
Took that eye.
She said, that dragon is my mother's dragon. They were punching each other. They done took that baby's eye out.
Well, I would want a dragon too. You saw how at the end of the 9th episode, I guess it was, when the queen that never was showed up with her dragon and set that bitch off. I said, I know that's fucking right. And now it's time to light it up, bitch. You're playing games.
I want a dragon so bad.
Ooh, I bet they stink. I just thought about when he came in there and he was roaring and then he didn't light them on fire. I would have wanted to die because I know he had spit coming from everywhere. Ain't nobody in that motherfucker brushing their teeth.
I think about that all the time. Like, really? There was really a time when people were not brushing their teeth. And the first person to ever brush their teeth was just, they had enough. They said, we're waking up.
Woo, what is this? We've got to find a solution.
We're screaming and hollering all day, fighting in wars. Somebody got to brush their teeth.
Girl, one of my homegirls told me that she, where was she? I think she was in Nigeria. And she was saying they were in the country part. And they chew on these sticks.
It's probably the ginger or the weed stick.
It's not ginger. It's something else. It had a name to it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. They don't
brush their teeth. They just chew on the stick.
That's what they were doing then. Yeah, she was like,
vicious.
it's what people used to do. But she's like, I don't know. I was concerned. Yeah.
The only thing that threw me off from House of Dragons, and I had to have a conversation with myself, and then it made sense when they threw the black people in there, because I was like, where did the black people come from? But then I was like, okay, this is not a real show. I had to tell myself that with The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, it's
also.
not.
Yeah, y'all could make people different races, but I was just confused. I was like, now we got niggas in here, and like in the real world, and I was like, oh, but it's not real. But like,
none of it is
right. Yeah. I had to remember it's okay, and now I'm back on like this is normal. But
well, what I didn't like about the black people is with their locks, they were very light, and I wish they would have added some weight to them. So because I know that you guys are watching us, and you care what we have to say, please next season let's upgrade the wigs and get some weight in there.
Yeah,
that's all. But otherwise, great show.
Great show. I love it. I'm very entertained, and I can't wait to finish it because I've been seeing a lot of tweets about it. And I'm just like, what has Rhaenyra done?
She's about to set it off. This is when the war starts.
Oh.
I can't. I thought I was gonna watch it tonight. I'm playing myself because we got Boom Cat practice after this.
I'm tired
Well,
already.
I So for Thanksgiving, I'm going to Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think I'm gonna go to Mardi Gras next year.
Really, I want to go. But wait, I think we're gonna be in LA.
Oh.
We need to check the date
Okay.
of Mardi Gras because it changes every year.
Is Mardi Gras in February or March?
It changes every year.
Oh.
So it's based, it like coincides with Easter. It's all a part of that. That's the day before all of the Easter stuff starts. Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So just fun fact, if you didn't know, Fat Tuesday, you're gluttonous that day and you drink and you do everything in excess because after that, Lent starts and then you're supposed to give up something.
That
and
is wild.
It's just like, it's like a bachelor party, but for Jesus.
That is absolutely why we're all acting crazy. Give me all the prostitutes. I'm having all the sex, and then we're like, and then tomorrow we come back.
Tomorrow
to you,
we go to church. We get the ashes on our forehead,
we lying.
and we're removing something, and we just need to pray. Yeah. But my uncle who got married last year, he's coming, and like he never really comes to the holidays. Occasionally, they live in California, so him and his wife are coming. We haven't met her. Well, I haven't met her.
I wonder if she's nervous.
She seems really excited. She's been in the group chat. She let everybody know flights are booked, hotels are booked, rental cars are booked. We're coming. So yeah, I don't know. I'm anxious. I can't wait to see how this is gonna be. This is gonna be a good time. Yeah, my family is crazy, and I can't wait to watch this unfold. It's gonna be fun.
Man,
I wonder if we're an overwhelming family. I think that's the part that I'm most excited to see what somebody else thinks because we haven't had anybody from outside of the family in a long time.
Well, according to some people's significant others in my family is an overwhelming family.
Really?
And I think that's crazy because I don't think that we are.
Overwhelming in which way?
In like a
or what way?
I guess in like a tradition type of way. Like my mom is very like she likes Christmas to be a certain way, and it's not really gonna be no new bitches coming up in here trying to change it. Put the pajamas on. Put them on.
I like that.
I like that too. Like I like family oriented things. And if I went to somebody else's family's house for a holiday, I wouldn't, unless you're trying to say like, we eat pork in this house and you're gonna eat a pork chop. That's different. I don't eat pork. But if it's like, this is our tradition, we put on the matching slippers and then every Sunday we put out a little dust on the floor for the kid. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with it because this is what your family does, and I'm new here, and I will also want to like experience what y'all experience, and I'll probably like it. I like traditions.
Yeah.
New,
I love
old.
traditions too. My sister would say, so she has started a tradition of her own, and she hosts a Christmas party every year, and she does it on Christmas Eve, and it's open to friends and family, and it's just, we're doing it every year, right? And so she was telling me that she thought about it, and like, while we always get together for the holidays, we don't have any little things that we always do. So one of them is our annual holiday photo that is also coming up, and I can't wait to eat these bitches up in the photo. And then also, she was like, I want to have this for my kids. I want them to have these memories. And I wonder why sometimes people are against that. It's like, don't you want to have good memories from your childhood or just with your family? I think it's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. And some people take it to like these extremist levels of like breaking down what certain things mean. And it's like, bro.
What they trying to do? Take away Christmas gifts?
You're not taking away Christmas gifts. Now that's one thing you're not taking away. Even I'm an adult and I'm getting Christmas gifts. So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that.
Yeah,
I think, do y'all have any Christmas traditions or Thanksgiving traditions to the listeners? Y'all should leave us a comment and let us know, or some cool ones you want to try. I was trying to think of, I want to start a Thanksgiving tradition. That's my favorite holiday. And Mallory has taken Christmas.
Oh, that's exciting though. That Mallory stood up.
And nobody fought her. They were just like, "You're right. Okay." Now some people don't be showing up to our party.
Pressure.
Yeah.
When you take on the holiday, I don't think I'll be taking on the holidays. We just gonna go to the holiday. My sister's the holiday person, and I'll go and pitch in, but we gonna have it there.
Well, I just want to do something that can be mobile. So wherever I'm traveling to, like the pajamas. Okay, we wearing pajamas. I want something. Yeah. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe we'll all wear aprons on Thanksgiving, and I'll let them pretend that they helped cook.
Another thing that I think is interesting is men around the holidays, men that are in relationships. And this is funny because this is a conversation that always goes on in my family. My brother, it's interesting because like he's my brother. He's my mom's son, obviously. And we always want him to be with us. This is why I don't want sons. sons, when they take a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, especially when y'all live together,
They're out.
They have to now do what that woman wants to do. And it's so funny because I have a friend who is coming to my Thanksgiving with me in Pittsburgh, and his mom felt some type of way because she's like, well, why are you going with her for Thanksgiving? And I was like, ooh, I don't want no issues.
That sound like my mama.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want no issues with nobody's mom, especially so new into this. And so he's going to come with me and then leave Thanksgiving morning to go eat with his family and then come back to Pittsburgh to get me, and then we'll go back to DC. But it was funny because when you look at families, it's like, okay, wow, the man really does basically have to do what the woman wants to do with her family. Even when I'm looking at my family, my dad, it's not like my dad is about to be like, all right, y'all, I'm not going to be with y'all for that. Your dad is with you for the most part. He not with his family. You're not going to the daddy's family. You doing it with the mom's family. And I was like, well, I don't want no sons because you not leaving me.
Yeah, I had a talk with my mom about that because my brother had a girlfriend. He's single now. And he's outside. I'm just spreading the message because a few of y'all have asked about him, and I'm just trying to help you. But when he was in a relationship, he decided he was going to his girlfriend's family's house, and my mom was like literally pouting about it.
The moms be offended.
Yeah, she was upset, so she's talking to me about it, and I let her get it off, and I was like, I want you to be real because Joseph is grown now, and you have to come to the realization that this is how it's going to be. You have a son, and you had him for a long time, but you're going to have to let that baby go. Because I want you to think about something else. What holiday did we ever spend with Martin, my stepdad? We never, not with him, with his family. It's always been your family. Even when y'all fighting at the functions, but we still went, and we still continue to do things that way. We went to his family reunion once. The younger people went twice, but we've never done that. This is what it is.
The tradition.
Girl, she got mad at me and she got off the phone. She was like, girl, whatever, bye.
It is because the moms really be the ones that matter. Like, I get a little bit perturbed when my brother does it because it's like we do really want him, and like we do be taking Zane. Like we be like, well, we taking my Zane come with, because I also feel like if your girl, you're picking to go with your girl, but if y'all not doing nothing, then what?
Why the kids gotta go?
Yeah, why you putting them through misery?
Yeah. Now I will say what my sister does is, because Thanksgiving and Christmas are the biggest ones, they switch. So she gets Christmas. They do Christmas together, and they usually and it's a lot of my family, and they spend Christmas with our side of the family, and then Thanksgiving she gets to choose, but she usually works, so it's still, and his family lives there. All of them live there, but they will flip-flop holidays if they're gonna travel. Which one are we gonna go for?
That's very sweet. I think it's that discussion is a very interesting discussion, because even when I was talking to my brother about it, he was like in a partnership. He was like, yeah, even if like she doesn't have to do Thanksgiving like mom, he was like, that's still like my partner. I can't just be like, well, I'm gonna leave you and go. I was like, that's nice, because we would like for you to do that.
Right. I know. I would like everybody to be there.
Yeah.
Like I said, my uncles don't be coming. My other uncle who has the kids, they ain't never spent no holiday with us.
Yeah, because they got to be with their girl.
And I'm just like, damn. I'm glad I won't personally have to go through that. Should I ever partner up? Because you coming with me.
That's how I feel. But then it's like, I have met someone who their family does big on the holidays too. But we got to see who does it better.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, now, if your family has a better time, deuces, I already told y'all, I'm out.
I'm almost sure that my family is gonna take the cake, but we'll see. All right. I guess we could move on to Indecisive Diane, and when we come back, we'll have some advice letters for y'all.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, the holidays are creeping up on us, and I have a cute little idea for someone that you don't mind silence with. Someone you don't mind being in their car. I guess if it's a hoopty, you don't want to go, but if they got a range, this is perfect. Pick the rich neighborhood if you don't already live in it, and drive around looking at the holiday lights. Have some hot cocoa. Put a little Jameson in it. Have fun. Bye.
Okay, so we are back from Indecisive Diane, and it's time for advice. If you would like to ask us something on the show, email us at the new email, advice@cocktalespod.com.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger because
You can't see.
I can't. And every year, my vision just gets worse and worse and worse.
Oh.
Okay, the title is...
Oh, child. All right, sorry. Just kind of, bam, it blew up on the screen.
The title is My Ex Isn't Happy With Me. As soon as I read that title, I was like, why do you
give a
fuck? Hey, ladies, I hope you're well. I've written in for some advice. Oh, I've written in for some advice before, but you can scratch that. I got a whole new dilemma, and it'll be a little long. But first, as always, I love you guys both, my big sisters, for real. Love from London, always.
Hey, London.
What's up? Okay, let's get into it. So I recently broke up with my ex of 7 years. We are both 21, and we started dating when we were 15. That's not a real relationship. We lived together for the last 3 years of our relationship. I ended the relationship in February 2022. He became too complacent, and I caught myself playing housewife for a guy that wasn't appreciating me. So we broke up, and I spent a lot of time just alone and adjusting to living alone and being single. I had a few sexual partners after we broke up, but just found that casual sex wasn't for me, and I didn't enjoy it. I was celibate for a few months until July when I got back in contact with my ex. And after a few dates and whatnot, we started having sex again. And that sex was fucking amazing and has been ever since. Maybe I'll send a cocktail too, LOL. We began spending a lot of time together, and he ended up staying over a few nights, etc. You know how it gets. He told me he wanted me to get into a relationship again soon, and how he had plans of marrying me and all that good stuff, which is ideally what I want eventually, but just not yet. I've just adjusted to being single. I'm not ready to get into a relationship yet, even if it is with him. I told him right there and then that I wasn't ready for a relationship yet, and I'm enjoying dating him and also dating other people and keeping my options open. Having time alone in my own space and just preparing myself to be able to live with a man again, and for that to be a healthy and nurturing space. He acknowledged that and respected that. Fast forward a few weeks, we were on a date and I got a message from another guy that I just met on Hinge. My ex saw the message pop up on my phone lock screen and his demeanor changed so quickly. I asked him if he saw the message and he said yes, he did, and said it's a slap in the face to him. He's trying really hard to make things up to me and make things work, and I'm just out here entertaining niggas behind his back. I reminded him that I told him I was dating other people and that I am a single woman doing what the fuck single women do, date. He wasn't happy about that. He said that I'm being disrespectful towards his efforts and that there is no point in us trying to make whatever we have work because I'm interested in other men. He made it a point that he hasn't been on any dates with other women and he hasn't dated or texted other women because he's focused on working on us. And I said to him, that's all fine and dandy, but I never asked you to do that.
Period.
In fact, I encouraged him to date other women and experience what it's like dating and being single because, like I said, we've been together since we were 15. We are basically all we know romantically to each other. And I just encouraged him to make it a point to just enjoy being single and enjoy this time alone to work on himself and what he wants. And then when we are at a place where we are ready to, we can get together and see if things align and make sense. Am I missing something here? Like, as far as I am concerned, mate, I'm single. Oh, she has an accent. Yes, he's my ex. And yes, we are trying to work things out. But bottom line is, I'm single. He hasn't asked for us to be exclusive. He hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend again. So tell me, what the fuck is he on about? What the fuck is he on about? That must be like, what the fuck he talking about in London? Mm-hmm. Anyway, after a conversation about it, he said he isn't talking to me until I apologize. I asked him what for, and we haven't spoken since. It's been like 4 days. I just need your advice. Not if I'm right or wrong, because I know for a fact I haven't done anything, but what should I do moving forward? I don't want him to feel like I'm invalidating just feeling because I get it. It is a bit of a bruise to his ego, but I'm not apologizing for being single and doing what single people do. Sorry it was a bit of a long one, but help me out. Shat. Yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye.
He said, yeah. It seems like, what is the word we learned from GP? Seems like you're chuffed with being single, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that you're missing anything. Mm-hmm. I think that you guys just aren't on the same page. He seems to be missing it, because I'm wondering, when you told him that you're not ready for a relationship, what did he think you were doing? Warming something up in the oven and then you would be ready? That means you're still open to exploring other options, whether you're actually dating somebody or not. You want to have that time, and you don't want to be committed to somebody. When you got to commit to somebody, you got to start considering their feelings, and
it's a lot.
That's a headache.
I think that men have a hard time in situations like this when they want to move forward and they want to be with you and do the things. And now, the roles have kind of switched. Normally, it's the woman feeling like this, and men, if they don't give a fuck, they're like, I said what I said. And I think you kind of got to move like that on this one. I said what I said. I also think that exes are ex for a reason. Even though I'm the person that used to be like, oh my gosh, I'm still so close to my ex. I still support my ex and would support anything he's doing. But there came a time when I was like, you need to have that space in between. Like, he is your ex. If you're going to really be out here dating, leave that nigga in the past. And if y'all are supposed to be together, like Mariah Carey said, then y'all will come back to each other. But you don't keep him in your life in hopes that
I don't think you should keep dating him.
Yeah, let that nigga go. You having a good time having hinge dates and fucking.
She liked the sex. That's what it was.
Well, you need to let it go. There's a lot of other great sex out here, especially, I bet, in London. I'm trying to go to London.
To see what the sex in for.
To see what them niggas in for. But yeah, girl, you need to just leave him in the past and stop explaining yourself to him. You don't have to.
Yeah.
And he'll be okay. He's sad right now, but he'll be okay. And he acting like he's not dealing with nobody else. He is, sis. He is.
He might not be. He might just be sitting at home sad about her.
He not.
Oh. Well, leave it to Medinah. Jeez. All right, next one. First move advice. Hey, y'all. I hope things are going well with you all, and thank you for taking the time to provide some advice. I'm somewhat a new listener, started at episode 240-ish. Last year, I was a part of an entrepreneur program and been having my eye on one of the guys. He is 8 to 9 years older than me, tall, chocolate, and so fine. What program you in? Like, God truly took his time on this beautiful black man. We always interact with each other when we see each other, which is quite often because of the networking system. He always goes out of his way to speak and hug me, even if he sees me across the room, and no matter who I'm with. If I need some entrepreneurial advice, he always helps out, and with enthusiasm. 2 of my really good girlfriends say they've noticed him being flirty and how he hugs me differently than everyone. Church hug versus full body. And one also suggested that I make the first move instead of waiting and playing the guessing game. So I started turning my flirting up a notch, mainly by eye contact, us women, and slightly breaking the touch barrier to see how he would react. One example, he had a color on I like, and I caressed his chest and looked at him and said, I love this color on you. And he responded, oh, really? Noted. Now, I don't like being the girl that overthinks what a guy does, but I do like to be sure and not look like an idiot. And to be 110% honest, part of me is really trying to fuck. Ooh. Went from being real classy, let's get down to it. Okay, my concerns are 1, what if he's just simply being nice? 2, what if he sees me like a little sis because I'm the youngest of the program, which would be gross because I'm trying to slut this man out. And yes, I've been with older men before. He's only 8 or 9 years. Okay. He may not be interested because he hasn't asked me out. My questions are, how do I approach him and show interest officially? 2, do older men look at women my age differently, like, oh, she's too young, blah, 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 blah? 2A, you are very thorough. If so, how do I show I am dead ass serious and need to be taken as so? Thanks again for your time on this amazing show. Love y'all's little sis, not his.
That was cute.
That was cute. I think he probably is interested. This is the thing. I think because y'all are in this program together and it's a professional program, he's probably nervous about crossing the line and making things weird. I think a lot of guys be nervous about crossing that line, especially when you meet in a professional setting.
Especially with the Me Too thing that happened. I've talked to a lot of my male friends and they're like, yeah, no, I'm not
doing anything. And they don't want to fuck it up. They don't. So if he lets you caress his chest, just tell him like, oh, I want to go do this one day. Let's go grab drinks after, the program. And then you can really flirt when you're not sitting around all of your entrepreneurial program people.
Yeah. And maybe when you get outside of the work setting, you can just maybe tell him how you feel.
Like, I'm interested in you. What's up?
Yeah. Like, have you ever thought about,
are you
on a
single?
date with me? Yeah. Are you single? Like, make it clear in that way. Maybe we don't want to touch on people that we aren't sure that like us.
She already did it.
She did, but it made me
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. Because, like, I was talking to The guy that I'm dealing with now, and the first time we had sex, he had told me that he really didn't want to. And we had this whole talk, and I felt so bad. I felt like a me too, but he was a man. And when we broke down the conversation, he was like, I want you to listen to yourself. I was like, shut up. I was like, you did want it. And he was like, if
you
the
sound
roles
like them
were
niggas.
reversed, he was like, and I said that to you, it wouldn't, wouldn't be okay.
Why you didn't want to do it?
He said because he wanted to take his time. And I was like, nigga, why? And like, and that's what he said. And he said he really felt like that. And I just totally dismissed it. And sometimes we do that to men, and that's also not okay. I felt really bad. I was like, well,
yeah. You don't want to
make
do
somebody
too much.
feel that way. And I didn't even know I was doing too much. I thought he wanted it. And even me saying that sounds so, I thought that nigga wanted it. And I was telling him, I was like, you know you wanted this. And then when he was like, really? So, girl, don't be touching on people that they not trying to touch you back. Like, have a conversation because y'all do work in a work setting, and make sure, because he might not be into you.
Yeah, so when you tell him you want to do something, don't make it too datey.
Yeah.
Keep it cute. Like I said, drinks or something. Invite him out, and y'all can sit at the bar. It doesn't have to be too intimate. So if he's not interested, you could just keep it moving. You didn't order no food. You don't have to sit there and wait awkwardly. You can just go on about your day. I hope that you shoot your shot. I'm about to look at your Instagram. I want to see what program she at.
I want to see what program at too. And if you're still dealing with him whenever we do a show out on your side of town, or if you're ever on one of our cities and we're doing a live show, bring him to the live show.
But not before you have the conversation.
Yeah.
Because that would be really weird. Imagine your coworker invites you somewhere and y'all are like,
they talking about busting booty holes down, and you're like, what?
Why did you invite me
Jacob,
to this? This is very inappropriate. And next thing you know, Monday you got to go see HR.
And talking with the sassy nigga. You about to lose your job.
What the fuck were you thinking doing that? It's going to get real spicy. Whew, all right, well, good luck, girl. Shoot that shot. Now it's time for us to move on to the cocktails. If you have a cocktail that you want to send to us, email it to us, cocktails@cocktailspod.com.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cover. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuck. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I probably see the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Okay, let me just enlarge this real quick.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry.
Okay.
The title
shock me.
The title says, I think this man put a spell on my pussy. Hey, ladies. I'm a huge fan of the show and look forward to attending a show when y'all come to the West Coast. All right, let's get to it. I've been friends with a guy for about 13 years. Let's call him T. Strictly platonic friendship, but I always thought he was attractive. I mean, 6'3", chocolate, big, pretty smile, fit as hell, a straight Adonis. But he was always community dick back in the day, so I friend-zoned him. Flash forward some years later, I'm fresh out of a 6-year relationship, so I'm feeling myself, posting on IG, and who slides in my DM? Daddy T. He starts telling me how beautiful he always thought I was, and how he wanted me so bad for years, but respected our friendship. We're texting nasty like some horny teenagers for about 2 weeks at this point, and he tells me he's flying out to my city to see me. I'm excited as fuck. I haven't had dick in like 5 months, and my rose is on his last petal. So a bitch was ready for that action. LOL. He came over looking and smelling good, and as soon as he walks in the door, he picks me up. Mind you, I'm a whole BBW, so I'm shook, and begins kissing me real slow and sensual. This man carries me to my bed, lays me down, and starts undressing me. Baby, I have never had my pussy ate like that, ever. That shit almost made me cry. He then pulled out this big-ass chocolate monster of a dick, and I started sucking it like it was a special surprise inside. He tells me get in doggy style and starts eating my pussy, then my booty hole. When I'm weak as hell from orgasming, he puts his dick inside me while simultaneously sticking his thumb in my butt. I scored it for the first time ever. This man fucks the soul out of me all night, and the next morning, needless to say, I'm sprung, and he's flying me to his city next week. Thanks for reading this, ladies.
I know, that's right.
I like sex like that, when you do feel like a spell has been put on you and you about to cry.
I like it too. It's just like, how did we get here? What is happening to me?
Who
but I
are
love
you?
it.
And are you fucking everybody like this?
I be wondering that too.
I'll
or
be
did you save
asking.
it for me? I think they do. Do you think they're gonna tell you the truth?
You're right.
You always think everybody got all these extra people. And you gonna let him tell you, I'm only fucking you like this.
Well, they don't
I
be
only
saying
say
that.
this.
They just give this look like, I'm fucking everybody like this.
Yeah. Sometimes it's when you just got to mind your business and enjoy the time that you share. You know, don't be asking too many questions, getting yourself upset. Stay under the spell and go on about your day. All right, so that's it for CockTales. We forgot to announce this in the beginning of the show because of the date that this is actually coming out. But you guys, we're doing a special Valentine's Day show in Atlanta at City Winery. So if you haven't bought your tickets, please buy your tickets. They are available on the City Winery website. We are going to be there on Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a great date night thing. It's going to be a little different from our traditional live shows, but it's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Like Kiki said, it'll be different from our traditional live shows. So if you don't have plans for Valentine's Day, well, February 10th and February 11th, come, because this is one of those different types of activities you can do with your mate. Or if you're a group of girls and you guys don't have any, you're doing a Galentine's Day, this would be great for that also.
Yeah, this will be perfect.
So come out, support us if you missed the first Atlanta show, or if you just want to come again. It's going to be different. So we hope to see you guys there at City Winery.
Yeah, and make sure you're signed up for Patreon. It's patreon.com/CockTales. We do have a lot more announcements coming very, very soon. If you're a patron, you're going to find out about all of this information first. And let's say we put some more tickets on sale, then you will get pre-sale access, you know? So keep that in mind, plus the bonus content. And we have a few more special things coming up for the Patreon people. So sign up, patreon.com/CockTales. Follow us on Instagram. We are at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Bean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. Wait on the track. I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. Bye. Bye.